fellow Toastmasters. Again, my name is Ricky. Like what I said before, I have an addiction. Please don't judge me. I have an addiction towards smartphones. Now, who here is an addict to smartphones too? Oh, none of you. Of course. Now, it won't be a surprise because smartphone addiction is the most common, the most widespread, and the most deadly addiction in the world. Now, don't believe me? Now, I challenge you, maybe tonight after when you go home, you try to spot how many of these zombies that you can spot. These zombies with this blank expression, whose head is tilted 45 degrees, looking at their square devices and walking around wonderously. And I assure you, you will meet countless of them. You will see a lot of them. And this has been a very, very deadly. It has lowered our productivity by a lot. And today I shall help you try not to be one of these zombies. Now, some of you may ask, why do we need to counter this? I mean, we have been using smartphones the whole time. We are not being any stupid. And it doesn't kill us. Now let me tell you one thing. It's true that it doesn't kill you, but it is slowly consuming your life. Just like a cancer cell inside of you, growing slowly. And if you don't do it don't do anything on its early stage, it will start to consume yourself like a life trap. Now, one of the most main effects of this smartphone addiction is that all of these addicts, they have a constant anxiety to check their phone in any brief or any succinct moment they have. For example, when you're in a cashier, you're waiting for a change, you need to check your phone for a while. When you're waiting for your friend in the bathroom, you check your phone. When you're taking a big dump, you check your phone. It's been so bad that you have to have your phone with you 24/7 wherever you go. And this has led to a blocking of our main asset as human beings. It's been blocking our most important asset as a human being, which is the interpersonal skill. Now, contrast to the interpersonal skill, in which it's a skill for you to talk with other people, intrapersonal skill is a skill where you talk with yourself. You know those voices inside your mind? That is your interpersonal skill. Now, if you every single living moment, in every brief moment, you try to check your new notifications, you try to check your Facebook, your brain is not talking to yourself. Your brain is trying to focus on something that is not important to you. You are blocking yourself from being more productive. And not only that, because of our constant anxiety to check our phone again and again, it has led us to have a shorter attention span than what we have. Now, I can relate to this really much. When I was back in my hometown, I don't have a smartphone. I have a dumb phone. Basically, my phone can just call and text messages. So I don't use my phone as much. And I can remember that every single night, I always read some novels and books. And I can read 2, 3, 4 chapters without getting distracted. But when I came to Singapore, when I first get my first smartphone, I started to get distracted. When I started to read books, I cannot even read 5 sentences before checking again my Facebook. It's gotten so bad that I have to do something about it. And let me share with you how I deal with this addiction. Now, I've come up with a method. I call it the ABC method. Now, what does ABC stand for? A stands for acknowledge. Acknowledge that you have a problem. Acknowledge that you are using your phone more than you're supposed to. Acknowledge that you are using your phone. Sometimes you're using your phone without any purpose at all. Sometimes you just turn it on, swipe left, swipe right, then you turn it back off. Now, after you can acknowledge that you have this kind of problem, then you can accept it, and you can provide a solution. In which is to be bound yourself with some limitations. Now, I always have some limitations of me using my smartphone. For example, my favorite rule is I'm not going to use my smartphone in any breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And I'm not going to use my smartphone 15 minutes before I sleep. And when I started obeying my own rules, I'm able to interact more with people. I'm able to notice more of my surroundings. Because if you don't realize it yet, when you're in lunch, when you're having that constant anxiety, in every succinct moment, you tend to check your phone instead of your surroundings. And let me tell you, there's a lot of things happening all around you, but you just didn't notice it because of this square device. Now, after you bound yourself with the limitations, you go to C. Consciously act on it. Now, I know it has been a habit of ours to just take out our phone and just look at it. So I encourage everyone to start to consciously act on it. When you're reaching out your phone, consciously think: am I going to use it for a good purpose, or am I just I'm going to use the time wastefully? Consciously think at every given moment when you're using your smartphone. And I assure you, when you follow these 3 methods, you will be saved from the deadly life trap, from the deadly addiction. And if you are able to free yourself from this addiction, I assure you, you will be more lively. You will be a lot more productive. You will see the world in a different way, in a better way. And let me tell you one thing. We created smartphones to assist us in our daily life, not to consume our daily life. So please, remember the 3 rules. A is knowledge. Acknowledge your problem. B, bound with some limitations. C, consciously act on it. Back to you, Toastmasters.